Carvana's so easy. Just a click, and we've got ourselves a car. See?
So many cars. That's a click-tastic inventory.
And check out the financing options. Payments to fit our budget. I mean, that's...
Clickonomics 101.
Delivery to our door?
Just a hop, skip, and a click away.
And bought.
No better feeling than when everything just clicks. Buy your car today on Carvana. Delivery fees may apply.
I'm Richard Serrett. Join me on Strange Planet for in-depth conversations with the world's top paranormal investigators, alien abductees, Bigfoot trackers, monster hunters, time travelers, and more.
The handler one day told her this whole thing about how they've been terraforming on Mars and they're building a colony and they're recruiting specific people of specific bloodlines and specific talents and skill sets to go onto the planet.
On Richard Serrett's Strange Planet, we're redefining reality. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.
We might be interrupted by this hotel trying to kick me out.
No.
But we persevere anyway.
I like that. It's an element of danger in this podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's not danger so much.
Do you believe
it's just an element
Zach
of like...
Harper will get kicked out of his room before we're done with this show?
Well, get charged an extra $50.
He's just a squatter right now.
That's right. I am a squatter. Squatting in
You're
Palm
a man
Springs is
without
weird.
a country right now.
I got no country right now. I don't have a country for another 50 minutes. Then I'll have a country again.
Mm.
I feel like every checkout should be noon.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
This is a small hotel, man.
And I'll
Were
tell
you already on
this-
the late checkout? It was 10 checkout and 11 is late?
That's a great question. I just know they knocked on the door during radio
because I think
at like around 10:30, to which I just threw a bullshit question at Chris Haynes, and I said, "Hold on," I muted myself. I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh," and I was like, "I'll talk to you at 11," and then I like ran back in because it's live.
Can we also just Vegas regular checkout has to be noon,
dude, for sure.
Like Vegas of all places,
for sure, absolutely.
Like what are you doing? Late checkout should be 2, regular checkout noon, and
or maybe,
I mean.
Maybe this hotel just doesn't want your third eye open.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do. Do you believe? Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do anymore. Do you believe? Let me know when you have time.
Welcome to the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati. I'm Zach Harper. That's Mo Dakhil. That's Big Waz?
Well,
look and sound different, but Waz is a chameleon, so who knows?
Remember when I was here a couple weeks ago? I'm back.
Now, also, this hotel did just knock on the door. I just want to let you know check out 11. I said, yeah, I'm gathering my stuff. He said, take your time. What do we think that means?
It means you're going to get an extra room charge. It's going to be an extra charge. You better go through that bill a little bit more carefully today.
Well, but you can write it off. That's
right. I've been working this whole time.
Mm-hmm. True.
Unless you're the IRS, then I'm not going to write it off because I don't know what the rules are. And I don't want to be audited. I don't want to go through that headache. Here, you know what? I think if I got audited, I'd just be like, just tell me what you think I owe, and I'll.
You don't want to go through all the receipts.
I'm not doing all that. That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, until you see the bill, and then it's like, oh wait, no, okay, let me go get the receipts.
You do it. Yeah. Then at that point, I'm like, okay, I've reserved my right to figure it out myself. But yeah,
as someone who's been battling with a European rental car company for about 3 months now and is about to lose.
Oh no.
After all this work, yeah, I would say just have them print you the bill up and pay it.
Yeah.
Probably the best way to go about it.
I guess this is off the pod, but I would like to hear that story later.
Oh, wait, tune into the mailbag tomorrow. I'll illuminate you.
That's what we call a tease. All right.
Do you believe?
Let's go. Do you believe Giannis gets traded before the deadline? Yesterday, Shams reported that Giannis, quote, is ready for a new home, and that the Bucks are, quote, starting to listen to aggressive offers. Mace wrote this, which is a Mormon soaking level loophole to not demand a trade. And you're right. That's 100% correct. As we talked about last week, Bucks are in some serious danger of missing the playoffs and the play-in. And that was before Giannis self-diagnosed himself as Dr. Giannis with that calf strain. With asset-rich teams like the Thunder and San Antonio not getting in the mix, at least right now, we've got the Warriors, the Knicks, the Heat, the Timberwolves, all making aggressive offers. Mo, will the Bucks make a deal by next Thursday?
No, I don't think they're trading him. I think this is a fishing expedition. Let's start to see what the prices are. This is what it looks like when I'm planning a trip. I'm going to slowly start to figure out what the prices are of the things I want to do, and then start to figure out if I really want to do them. This is what they're doing. They're going to get all the offers from some of these teams, see what they like. We're going to get reports of like they're a little bit underwhelmed from some of these offers, and Golden State hesitant to throw in all their draft picks or whatever, and all this stuff. And then they're going to say the key was in his post, Shams' post, said by the deadline or in the offseason. And I think that caveat was more, we just want to kind of get everybody ready. And it's also signals to teams, don't do something stupid at the trade deadline, because you might be able to get Giannis in the offseason, because we might want that guy. So I think they're muddying the waters, but I think they're not going to do anything till the offseason.
But Big Waz, don't you think that if you're the Heat or you're the Warriors, you're like, yo, let's go. We have time to waste here. You want our best offer? Here's our best offer. This is the best we can do. Take it now.
The Warriors especially have to do something. But I think this comes down to the nebulous Giannis, not a demand. Is he really, really as pissed as it seems like he is with the self-diagnosis? And I
don't know if he's pissed. I think he's just like, all right, guys, you suck.
Right. But that would make me, Big Waz, pissed if I had to keep showing up to this shitty work environment every day.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to him. If he puts enough pressure on the Bucks to say, make this deal in the next week, I think it happens. But if that happens, they're going to get a worse deal. They're going to get a worse deal because
I don't know if that's true.
The real thing that they want would be a Thunder offer. They have the right mix of young players and picks to blow everybody out of the water if they wanted to. But they're, sitting on top of the heap saying, no, we're good.
Yeah. So you think like
Giannis?
Denver comes in there in May, beats the Thunder in a conference final situation. Now OKC's like, okay, this has been fun, everybody.
Presti
we're going to go get Giannis.
You know what? Fine. Twist my arm, make me go get a top 5 player. Bummer.
It's not just the Thunder, though, right? Like the Spurs or Houston, right? Like if they look around and they say like, wow, the playoffs didn't go the way we wanted it to. We're really disappointed. It's not, I mean, the Thunder is a great example of it and is the top of it. But I think those teams are also two teams that would be willing to kind of, especially Houston with KD, how many more runs do you have with him? Maybe they decide we got to throw in and try to get Giannis if they get knocked out in the second round, right? And I think that's going to be something that you're looking at. So I think there's the offers in the offseason are much better. I also think immediately after the draft lottery is done, then the offers even get better because now Atlanta knows where that pick is between New Orleans pick, and I know it's shared between New Orleans and Milwaukee, but it's going to be New Orleans pick. And they're so
it doesn't
bad.
matter. It doesn't really matter which one it is, right? Like it's like the other one goes to Milwaukee. So
yeah. And so I think you're kind of like, but there's a whole lot more, makes more sense. And then you add in the Lakers could throw in another draft pick, right? Like in the situation that they're like, there's so many, there's so many different things you could do. So I think for me, it's the offers are so much better in the offseason. I think Milwaukee's, and I think Mays, to your point, or excuse me, Big Waz question mark. To your point, though, I don't think Giannis is going to push it. I don't think Giannis
I think he's afraid to push it. He's afraid to push it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's afraid if he pushes a bad deal on them, he becomes the bad guy because this whole Mormon level soaking type of stuff around the trade demand.
Cliche for a reason.
Yeah, is the point, right? Like he doesn't want to be the bad guy. This is going to happen in the offseason.
Is there any chance that Rich Paul enters the conversation as the jumper in this soaking analogy and makes this trade happen?
I mean, he's not Giannis's agent.
Not yet.
That's all right. Not yet.
That was what we talked about yesterday. Was Henry Abbott's report that he's trying to get Thanasis on the phone. He's trying to become the last second
I don't know what
agent
to
to
do
force
with
a
that.
trade.
Yeah.
That's more last gasp of like LeBron's going to retire soon, and I need to have one of the more influential players.
Out.
Thanasis has a podcast.
I'm more interested in what Rich Paul's going to say on the pod.
Maybe he's just making a podcast network play, not a Giannis play.
Ooh.
Can we get the analysis on Netflix, please?
Oh,
please.
God. I have zero interest in watching Bill Simmons talk. I'll watch the fuck out of Thanology.
I got a Thanology for you.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it's called.
That's
Monopolist or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
If it's not the analogy, that should be. That's a pretty good, Zach. I thought it was. When you said that, I was like, oh, that's the name of the podcast.
What is it?
It's Thanalysis.
Thanalysis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's still
it's got to be Thanology.
It's Thanalysis.
Analogy is a little better.
But the Bucks are already losers.
Yeah.
When Damian Lillard tore his Achilles, and then
if you ask Jay Crowder, that's when Doc came into the mix.
That's true. Well, that's when it started. But
I have to go. Excuse me. I need to be.
I might have to go too. I don't know what they're knocking on the door.
They waved and stretched him. They did that horrible Miles Turner deal, which is definitely working out. And now when they trade Giannis at the deadline or in the summer, they're going to lose that trade.
Yeah.
They don't have their own picks, so they're going to lose the next 5 years.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Losing
they got a title.
This trade and not getting the best possible offer for Giannis.
Yeah, you got to make sure you do your due diligence, and then you hear about it later on. Thanology, coming to you on Netflix.
I want to ask Zach this: What's the your idea? The Wolves kind of surprised me as a name.
I mean, they definitely like the idea that they would give up one. Jaden McDaniels, really good young player. Who, that would be interested. The problem is they don't really have the picks. But if it's like, all right, if I can talk you into, McDaniels, Julius Randle, Shannon Jr., Jalen Clark, like whatever young players thrown in, and then the small amount of draft capital we can send. It seems to be like that option seems to be like if Giannis decides, you know what? I want to pair with Anthony Edwards, which he apparently is a big fan of Anthony Edwards. It's just, I don't know if that's a big enough fan to want to go force his way that way, but that's a possibility.
He wants to play with Rudy. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to get part of the final stage of Rudy's career. That's going to be the fun part.
That's the team up that he's been dreaming of,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
This Anthony Edwards guy, whatever. Let me
That's
get
an international incident waiting to happen. Yeah. All right, let's move on before I get kicked out of this room. Do you believe the Hornets will make the playoffs? Speaking of Bucks. Guess which team is stuck ahead of them in the standings thanks to a 4-game win streak? It's the Charlotte Hornets. They're 13 and 10 in the last 23 games. Since the calendar flipped over 2026, they have the top offense, 121 points per 100 possessions, third best defense, which is shocking, and a 9-6 record during that time. Charlotte has beaten OKC by 27, Utah by 55, Lakers by 18, Denver by 23, Orlando by 27, Philly by 37. Brandon Miller's returned from his wrist injury to lead them in scoring for 8 straight games. Con Knipple, Rookie of the Year contender. LaMelo Ball, captivating the culture with his, I'm not saying zestiness. Well, I guess I just did. Will the Hornets make the playoffs for the first time in a decade, Mo?
They'll make the play-in. I don't think they'll make
playoffs.
I don't think they're making the playoffs. But making the play-in for them is a huge step with this team. I don't
Especially
know if anybody
they started the year. They started
that's
the year
what I'm
garbage.
saying, right? Like nobody had any expectations for them. When I'm looking at them, they're at 11th. They're 3.5 games behind the Bulls, which seems like a lot, but trade deadline's coming. The Bulls are going to do something stupid. Right. Like that's just kind of what they do now at this point, and give up their own draft pick in the process. So I feel like we're going to have, a situation there. And the way Hornets are playing, man, they're playing great basketball. They're fun. It's fun to watch them right now with the way they're playing.
Super fun right now. I cannot believe how good they've been.
I mean, nobody knows his name probably, but Diabate coming in.
Yeah, Musa.
And then putting him in the starting lineup has kind of changed absolutely everything for them.
Yeah.
And everything's clicking on every
They're hitting
cylinder.
like 40% of their threes during the last 23 games too. Like they're on fire.
But it's like I don't even feel like, wow, that shooting percentage is going to go down, right? Like some of it's going to go down because like LaMelo will take a couple of bad shots, right?
Sure.
Maybe that's where. But
during the stretch, he had like a 1 for 15 or something. It's still
and they're still 40%.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I think, what you're getting from Khan, what you're getting from Brandon Miller, what you're getting from Bridges, what you're getting across the board. Like, I like what they have off the bench with Colin Sexton kind of coming in a little bit. Decent backup big and Cal Brenner.
I'm going to pretend open the door like I'm doing something. You keep going.
Okay, perfect. There you go. And I think there's a whole lot of stuff with what you're looking at with this team. Not only I want them to make the play-in because I think they're going to be fun. I just don't think they'll have enough Big Waz ? To actually make the playoffs and win in the play-in.
I'm not intimidated by this play-in field. I think they can definitely pass the Bulls
they can get the 8th seed
and knock them out. And then if you're talking about them beating the Hawks and the Heat in a 1-game winner-take-all situation, why not? I'm going with it. The only thing I'm worried about is health. This is the healthiest they've been in pretty much LaMelo's entire career on the Hornets. And you can't bang on his health. Brandon Miller, unfortunately, not a track record of injury-free play as well. And I think that's their biggest obstacle. I think they've really gelled with this unit that they put together on the floor. And as long as they can keep all those guys out there performing, I'd see them making the playoffs. However, odds are something is going to go wrong.
They don't have a good history in the play-in tournament.
No, they do not.
They've been there twice. In 2021, they lost 144 to 117 to the Pacers. That was not a good Pacers team. And then the next year, 2022, they lost 132 to 103 to the Hawks. Spoiler alert, not a good Hawks team.
Were they the 10 seed both times?
I believe so.
So that's the key to me. Get to the 9.
Oh, actually, wait.
Get a home game.
Check. Yeah, it was at Atlanta.
Buzz City, baby.
I think
they were at both, Indiana. You're right. Maybe they just need to be in Buzz City.
This got James Borrego fired.
That's right.
It was right after that. I was like, you guys should have been lucky you made the play-in anyways. Granted, that was my guy, so I was a little bit pissed off.
And then they brought in 100-year-old Steve Clifford, who I like as a good coach, but he's too old to coach
he wasn't interested in coaching.
No,
he was
not nearly zesty enough for LaMelo. You're right.
No, well, I don't like using that word. It's a weird connotation there.
Is it in this context, or you just don't like the word zesty?
Well, I don't like the word zesty, period.
Okay.
I don't like describing food as zesty, I don't like a lemon zest.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me you're shaving the lemon. That's all. I don't need a word for it.
Kind of.
Yeah. What is the origin of that? Is that, do they not like shaving?
I don't know.
Mailbag questions.
Yeah, you know what? Tune in tomorrow on the mailbag.
Yeah. Too much mailbag energy. Sorry, I'm Big Waz here. Yeah.
Big Waz here.
The zestiness is definitely going to propel them into the play-in tournament.
I hope the Hornets, I hope this keeps going. I am a little worried that I'm going to have to find a new team to make fun of all the time, because they've been my go-to the last couple of years of just making fun of the Hornets because of how incompetent they are.
I wonder, there's another incompetent team that you could pile on.
Man, I have made fun of the Kings for 40 years.
Boring.
It's just I'm just going through the motions with that one.
Wizards?
Doing it since the top.
like the Wizards.
He's always like the Wizards. I get a text message at the start of every year. Okay. I enjoy the Wizards from Zach in terms of just their game.
Did you see the J Huff dunk last night? Coming through the lane, reverse 180. Yo,
Jesus.
J Huff is that guy.
Okay.
He's not on the Wizards.
I know. I'm just saying. We're talking about me sending text messages. If you put J Huff on the Wizards, it'd be over. I'd move to Washington, D.C.
That's the new if you took Gordy to Atlanta.
Absolutely.
That's the throwback for the real athletic NBA show heads.
Yeah.
Move on.
I guess I guess I could make fun of the Bucks.
Well, it's be bad.
You have a nice 4 or 5 year run.
It mean the Nets. No one cares about the Nets, so I don't like. Am I gonna make fun of the Nets? I don't want to make fun of the Pelicans. I guess it's the Kings. This sucks.
Yeah,
Memphis might be a good place.
I like Memphis. Their owner, though. You know what? No, let's move on to another topic. Let's go to our third topic.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you believe the Rockets will win the West? After trading for Kevin Durant over the summer, the Rockets clearly had title aspirations. 2 months later, Fred VanVleet tore his ACL, and now Steven Adams has undergone season-ending ankle surgery. Rockets are 28-17, 4th in the competitive Western Conference, top 10 offense, top 10 defense, and the league's best rebound rate. But after losing to the Spurs Wednesday night, they're now just 2-6 against Denver, San Antonio, and OKC. Mo, do they have enough firepower to outduel the other Titans of the West?
No, they don't. They just simply don't. And I think you saw that in the game yesterday, right? Like they were in control for most of that game, but they only go into halftime up 8. And I was like,
fourth quarter was ugly.
And then the fourth quarter, the offense just comes to a screeching halt. And the thing is, their offensive strategy is basically just get the ball to the rim. We'll get the offensive rebound.
Right.
But they never actually really talk about when they actually get it inside the hoop. And I think that tends to be a problem for them. That was definitely a problem last night in the way they handled. And they had no answer once the Spurs switched from like, we're going to take Wemby off Şengün, put him on Amen Thompson, and then Wemby gets the float. And Castle actually held up pretty well against. It was one game. I don't know, like we get. But
you don't need it for 40 minutes in a game. You just throw it as a wrinkle for some point in the game and see how they adjust. Yeah.
And that stuff there, I think without Fred VanVleet, with no point guard, I think that's kind of still been a problem. And as good as Amen Thompson has been, especially as of late as a playmaker, there's a big difference when you have Fred VanVleet out there, running your offense than Amen Thompson. And I think that becomes the challenger. And then you lose your basically your best rebounder at Steve Adams. So it's really difficult.
I don't like calling him Steve Adams.
I know. I did. It was weird. I felt weird when I said it.
You didn't like it, did you? You felt caught up in the air.
Yeah, it was
maybe
awkward.
when he's clean shaven, you don't like that, Steve. But no, bearded.
Yeah,
but sleeps on the floor, plays guitar in his 1-bedroom apartment. Steven Adams.
Cannot be where he lives.
I
that
believe
had to have been
man.
a red man situation. A bit.
I love it.
Thing.
I mean, he's a legend.
He's too big to sleep in such an uncomfortable manner. I get it. He's a Kiwi and everything. Like, it's not though.
The sleeping bag was the weird part. Like, get a blanket, dog.
Yeah, I can't believe they make a sleeping bag that big.
It's probably two zippered together.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I think the Rockets could pull off a frisky upset in the second round.
Maybe. They do shoot the ball a lot better than they did last year.
But then winning another, like if they got the Spurs in round 2, I could see a little playoff experience or playoff inexperience on the Spurs part coming into play. But I don't really, like if they have to go through Denver and OKC, they're not going to do that.
Right. And they did they just beat the Spurs.
Yeah, a few nights ago, right?
Yeah. Like, so it's not like they can't beat this team. Şengün has a pretty good history against Wemby, in the short history, but he's been pretty good against Wemby throughout their little battles and everything. But I don't even know that I would put Houston above Minnesota right now when it comes to the playoffs. I think it's obviously still OKC and Denver. And then it's some mix of San Antonio, Minnesota, Houston to me. And then, whatever the rest, like Lakers play some defense, but it's I don't know that I have Houston as like definitely third or fourth in the West.
And their ability to put out Adams and Şengün was one of their few.
Massive. Yeah.
Like you can't match up with this lineup advantages. And so
Capella
losing
Şengün doesn't really hit the same way as that. So
Capella's going to need some kind of, trip to Germany to like rejuvenate the knees and get going there if he's going to.
Are we still going to Germany?
Oh, they're still going to Germany.
We can't bring Germany to us yet.
I was going to say, like, we haven't brought it over yet.
You get like some Bavarian foods and stuff. Like, no, it's a whole experience. You're not bringing Germany to Houston.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
So is that what John Morant and everybody was doing over there? That's what they were there for.
Look, we'll see what Franz looks like when he gets back on the court. Maybe he's almost there because of that trip to Berlin. You never know. John looked pretty good in London.
It's tough. It's tough for the Rockets, man.
Now I gotta go. Hold on.
This might be the end of the podcast.
The Fred VanVleet loss put the fire out before it even started.
Right. That was the thing. The one thing that drove me nuts too is it's a blessing in disguise. No, it's not. You need to win a championship. You need to win a championship in the next 2 years when you have Kevin Durant. It can't be a situation where we can wait on these guys to develop. It's blessing in the long run. It'll pay off. But in the immediate future, they needed it now. And I think that's going to be the thing that holds them back the most. I just wonder if they do the cutthroat thing and use his contract to try to bring in somebody. Now, whether it's another big or a point guard.
They need something.
I do have to go.
But Zach has to go. So now I'm going to be Big Waz and Zach Harper. Thank you for listening to Do You Believe this week, as we're down to a two-man panel for the first time.
Awkward.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks to Mo. Thanks to Big Waz. Thanks to Mayes. That's me, kind of. And keep your third eye open.
You're Mayes?